Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business. Hello, welcome to episode number 79 of Business Behind the Scene. Now, today I wanted to talk to you about how we turn things around from the beginning of the year was really hard here for us. We came back to expecting to run a conference with over 100 people and for all our clients, and it was fantastic. And then COVID decided to hit again. So I really wanted to dive in between that. But before I go there, I wanted to tell you guys, I'm so excited. I have, as you know, I bought a unit in my favorite suburb ever, and I am renovating, and I am usually really good with my money, but definitely I'm not good at this one. It's not happening. I'm definitely not sticking to the budget. And I know for sure that I'm making decision emotionally because I know that eventually I will move in this house, and I just can't. I just go, oh, it's gonna look so beautiful. So I'm learning that in properties you don't make decisions following your heart, but you know what? I don't know how long I'll be living in this unit, and I want to make it my little sanctuary, my little safe space. And I've done a lot of sacrifices in where I've lived in the last probably 6 months, and I choose to now do everything I want in this house. So I'm putting like beautiful vinyl flooring down. I am choosing beautiful colors that bring light to the place. I'm just beyond excited. So it looks like another couple of weeks and then I'll be moving in, which is so exciting. I just don't realize how much where you live, the environment where you live also affects your moods and your energy. And as you guys know, in the last few weeks I've been sharing that it has been really tough. It's going to be a really tough couple of months, and moving in this place hasn't helped because it's in a suburb that I don't really necessarily love, and when I go out I don't see people. And I love Bulimba, my favorite place ever. So I am beyond excited. And Ollie Boy, my little dog, is really excited to go back to Bulimba. Every time I go and check out the new unit, is like, yay, mom, are we moving here? So we're both beyond excited. So this is what's happening in our life. So at the moment, as you guys know, my operational manager left a couple of months ago, and so I am left with the operation hat. I've got the marketing hat. I've got the sales hat. I've got the at the moment I've got a student hat. I'm studying a new course, and I've got a renovation hat on. Now, this is a lot on the plate, so that's why I've hired a friend of mine to be project manager of the renovation, which has been the best idea ever. I still got a chef, I still got a cleaner. I am not hiring, I have got someone to replace the operational manager on some sort of ways, but I'm still doing a lot of it, which is okay because I like when someone leaves, I like to put my hands in the business and really make it my way, make it, tidy up all the loose knot ends and make it really, really tight, and get procedures and processes up to date so that I know what's going on in the business. And I love to empower and inspire my other team members to step up, and oh boy, they have stepped up big time. I'm so proud of them. They just needed the extra time and attention from me, and I just love the fact that every single person in the team, the VAs, there's one of my VAs that is legit took pretty much the operation role. She's my EA. She does everything on my calendar, and I have to say, amazing, incredible job. So I am beyond proud of every single member of my team. We are doing performance review in June, in a couple of weeks, and I am excited because they all deserve the best. So I'm going to add commission for every single one of them to make sure that they, get rewarded for the hard work that they're doing. So very exciting time. Anyway, all right, so we're talking about what happened? How did we get? So before COVID, I think you guys knew, right? Before COVID, my business was really good. Like pretty much I was doing about 3 national tours a year. And each national tour would bring between 250,000 to the biggest one was 340,000. So it was about 6 to 7 weeks, 6 to 10 cities. I would just go in a city, get 40, 50 people in the room and do sales calls and convert them into the Mafia Academy, which is a high ticket item between, pretty much at the time before COVID, it was a $16,000 course and it was amazing, right? But then also in between, so there was that 3 times a year. And then at the workshops that I will run for my clients, then clients will buy the next levels. So there was another, 500,000 in upsell. And then there was other things that we'll sell. So pretty much we went on about $1.6,000 business, and expenses were quite high, especially the last year, because I made some really silly partnership decisions, which fortunately I don't have that partner anymore, so I don't have to share my profit with anybody anymore, so that's really good. But profit was high if I didn't make that decision, so it was really good, but I was exhausted. I was working really hard while I was on tour. And then when I came back, I had a really good lifestyle. I would work less. I would work 3 days a week, 4 days a week. I would have weekends off. I always had evening off unless I was on tour. So, I had a really good lifestyle. I used to go to retreats. I used to go on holiday for 4 weeks of a year to Italy. You know what? My life was great, but I was wondering there must be another way to do business without me having to be on tour, because if I'm not on stage, I don't make money. So I was really afraid of going, what is going to happen to the business if I get sick? What's going to happen to me? If I get sick, if I can't be on stage, what's going to happen? And in fact, I did get sick. I went to the hospital and I was like, now what? What's going to happen? I knew there was something more. I had to do something more to make sure that the business was not so reliant on me being on stage to be able to get business. So long story short, COVID happened. So it took away the only number thing that I was doing to make money, which is tours. So if I can travel and I can go in a place, in a city where I can be on a stage where there is 40, 50, 60 people that want to learn from me, how am I going to do this? So I had to pivot. And at the beginning, I was a little bit stubborn, I think, when COVID happened. And I was like, you know what? I've got enough clients here. They all want to learn my certification program. I'm going to create a certification program. And that's how I'm going to replace the income of the national tour. And I did that, and it was very successful. And that's why at the beginning, COVID really didn't hit this business between JobKeeper. And we did hit it. We went down 40%, but also we went down in expenses, right? So the expenses were really down as well. So it was a real smooth beginning of COVID. But then what happened is, because we were not enrolling as many clients as we used to. So in average before COVID, if I split the number of clients, let me actually do it right now. We used to get about 140 clients a year, which is about 11.6 clients per month, right? So in average, which means some months we will get 3, 4, and some months we will get 20, 30. Like, it was just like incredible, right? The enrollments was like amazing, but in average every month we'll get 11.6 new people. So it was fantastic. But then what happened? COVID hit, and I put all my energy into creating the certification, and we started to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 new client a month. So obviously, eventually, they all catch up. So come to December and January and February, our revenue, which used to be really high, between let me give you an average again, because obviously because we were on tours and stuff like that, our numbers were different. So it was an average of 125,000 per month, and as I said, some months were like maybe 70, 80, some months were like 250, 300,000, right? So an average of 125,000, we went to 3 months in a row on 40, 30, 25. I was like, say what? Expenses are still high there. They're not as high as they used to be. They used to be about 90K. But then gone down big time because we're not traveling and lots of expenses, and I've cut out. So it was really successful. I was like, okay, well, this is working, this is good. But when those 3 months happened, oh Jesus, I was bad. I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. So I went from that to March. It was $145,000 months. April was a $80,000 month. May, we just finished the month on $96,000. June, our goal is 150, and I can guarantee you I'm gonna get there. So how did I do that? How did I go from 125,000 to 40,000 to back to 95,000? So how did I do that? Oh, 140,000. So how did I do that? Well, first and foremost, I made a really tough decision, and I told you that last week. I invested. And people are like, what? You went down to 40,000? You're already struggling and you invested? Yeah, I invested $35,000, which pretty much was nearly the whole month's, income. I invested into, obviously I'm paying payment plan, but I invested into this course to show me another way, right? Because the way that I was doing was reliant on being on stage. I want to find a way that I can also get clients without being on stage necessarily. Now, when we go back to do national tours, which I'm sure that we will, then I will have 2 ways to get clients, to get business, which is really good. Now, I can only do this because I have enough staff members to continue the strategy that works and then start something else. So let me explain this to you. Before COVID, my team were running my business pretty much, right? They were filling my rooms. They knew what to do to get people there. After COVID, I had to go back to marketing. So in March, I took back ownership of marketing management. I took back, the way that we write, the way that we are going about it. I decided how we're going to, what are our pillars. I decided that we're going to start to niche down a little bit into talking more about how to fill, monetize, and structure your workshops. We have rebranded our Facebook group. We're adding tons of value. I'm running a lot of content, emails. I'm doing everything I can to make sure that I support and help my team into getting people in the room so that we can actually monetize those workshops. So the workshops that we used to do face-to-face, we now do them online. So we do 2 workshops a month, one online, one is offline, and we just keep doing that. So it's very important so that we get people in the room. And then from there, obviously we have our workshops with our clients. So I think that if I have to tell you guys what the biggest thing they got from, January, February, and December being really low months to March, April, and May being really high months, is that my energy. I chose not to give up. I chose that I was not gonna let these stop me. I chose I was gonna find a way. I chose to invest. And now from the investment, I haven't got my return investment yet because I'm still studying. I haven't implemented anything yet. At the point to get results, we literally started this week, so I'm really excited to literally get a return investment in 1 month, and then every month getting the $30,000 to $40,000 extra income from what we're already doing. So I'm not going to ditch our strategy because our strategy works, especially if you're starting out. It's definitely the best way to start a business. But when my business is at, I had to find other ways as well, which is really exciting because then obviously what I'm doing, then I'll be able to teach to my clients as well. So it's a matter of resilience. It's a matter of I am the lowest and I'm going to find a way up. I am the lowest I've ever been. I am scared, I'm terrified, and I'm not going to stay there. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to work my butt off. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get on the other side. So the reason why I wanted to share this with you is that my business model works. So legit in the last 3 months, the only thing I did is to do what I teach my clients, which is bring my energy onto social media. Be more active, be more out there, be more supportive. It doesn't mean that you need to spend hours on it, because you guys, as I told you, I've got a marketing hat, I've got a sales hat, I've got an operation hat, I've got lots of hats on at the moment. So I can't be hours and hours on there, but I'm using my time more strategically, and I'm writing content that's gonna help specifically coaches, right? So I'm now, and this is important, I've chosen to take charge of what I say to my audience, right? I chose to go back onto social media and start to post about directly to that person, right? I'm talking to that person that is a coach, that is fully booked with one-on-one, doesn't know how to go one-to-many, really wants to, doesn't have the steps, doesn't have the courage, doesn't have the structure, doesn't know where to start from. That is the person that I've been talking to in the last few months. And those people, I know that you are there, you're listening to this podcast, and you're thinking, how do I do that? This business is killing me. I'm working one-on-one. I'm working around the clock. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get out of this. I'm going to burn out if I continue like this. I need to find a way. And when that coach is feeling like that, my face, my voice will ring to them, and they will say, oh my gosh, I need to go to Francesca. I know she'll be able to help me. And this is how lots of you have been reached out to me saying, Francesca, I've been listening to your podcast. I am ready. Let's do it, right? I hear you. I know that this is what you need. So what I believe is that before, when you first start, gotta go wider in the audience and get as many people as possible to know you. We're talking to Marias, we're talking to the top of the funnel. It's gotta stay wide, and then we're gonna niche down, right? We're gonna go as the business grows, you go deeper and deeper and deeper to talk directly to that person. So I probably should have done this a little bit earlier in my business. So I waited 5 years to do that. Probably I could have done that a year and a half into. But that's exactly why my clients love me, because I made the mistakes and I teach them the strategy. And a lot of my clients are right behind me. Like there was in February, my 500K club, there were some people that made more money in February than me. And they were learning from me, right? Because they know that I've been to the 1.5 million. They know I'm going to be there, back there and more in the next 12 months. And they want to learn from me, right? So I am so proud of my clients that they're just right behind me. And the reason why is because I don't hold back in what I teach them. I show them the way, I show them every single step of the way. So I have to say, I am beyond excited of what's about to happen in our business. If you are not in my Workshop Secret for Coaches Facebook group, you gotta get your hands on that because we interviewed yesterday Emma. Emma is an incredible leadership coach, and she started the Mafia a couple of weeks ago, and legit, she went from $400 a month for quite a while to now literally in 4 weeks to 3,100. So it's just a matter of being able to follow what someone tells you and get out of your own way. So we interviewed Emma yesterday. I'm beyond proud of her. So we show coaches, a lot of the coaches that come to work with us are people that already have a successful business and they're just ready to go on to many. They just don't want to muck around anymore. They're like, show me the way. We share with you lots of the case studies on how people turn things around. And the other day I was talking to one of my clients. She joined us in November last year, and literally 6 months later, she told me yesterday she already made over $10,000 from going one-on-one to one-to-many. $10,000. So if this is you, if you're wondering, how do I go one-to-many? Where do I start from? Then reach out. Come to the Workshop Secret for Coaches, get in touch with one of my group specialists and get yourself a plan on how we're going to help you to get there. All right, my friends, I hope you have a fantastic week. I am off to create some more amazing content for you guys. Today is a doing day. I'm excited. All right, everybody, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hey, if you enjoy listening to this podcast, then you have to come to check out our Facebook group, Workshop Secrets for Coaches. It's a community of over 9,500 coaches that are ready to boom their business by running workshops. They are stuck in one-on-one coaching and they're ready to start to go one-to-many. So if you are one of those coaches, then you have to join us. I look forward to see you there. And hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave me a review to win a ticket to one of my workshops. I look forward to see you there.